Everything in this first section of the video was originally discovered by Reddit user AroushtheKween, who has actually been featured in a previous video of mine, so all credit to them for their hard work. Today's video involves a problem that isn't new to modern day skins, and maybe it's because we're seeing more skins more often, but once again the new Fairy Court, or Fairy Court, we're going to say Fairy Court for this video skins, have been found to have reused assets. The first instance is from Fairy Court Seraphine's Q and Lux's E. There are no even slight changes here from the butterflies to the color gradient, it's literally exactly the same. They also share the exact same auto attack particle as well. Same shape, same color gradient, just everything. Next, and this one actually calls clarity into the question as well, is Fairy Court Ezreal's Q and Lux's Q. As Lux is obviously a common support bot lane and Ezreal is basically only an ADC, they're often paired together. So how's that gonna make you feel if you think you're getting hit by an Ezreal Q, but it's actually a Lux snare? That's like game altering stuff, thinking it's a damaging spell, but it's actually a CC spell. On to the next is similarities between Porcelain and Fairy Court Lux's ultimates. They look the exact same, the same blossom shape, except Porcelain obviously has the blue color palette. And lastly, Fairy Queen Karma's E and Lux's W shield have the same pattern and design with slight color changes. Now those are pretty bad. I'm gonna say the main reason is cutting corners, which because people are paying with their own hard-earned money is an issue in itself, but it links to another issue Riot has had with their skins recently. 1 week ago, a former Riot concept artist made a series of tweets regarding the time directly after they were laid off. They said within hours of being laid off from Riot Games, as in cut from a full-time wage and benefits, an outsourcing company approached them to do skins for League at a flat rate per skin, meaning they'd be earning a lot less and working on an as-needed basis, like when it suits the client. To their tweets, a lot of people responded, including a person who actually runs an outsourcing studio and other personalities in the League community. I'm not going to read all these tweets out, so all the relevant screenshots will be on the screen for your own discretion. Riot has yet to respond to any of the aforementioned topics, but they have taken skin issues in the past seriously, so I'll be surprised if at least some of this isn't addressed. Now we're about to jump into some normal news, but before we do, I just thought I'd let you guys know that Hextech Store has a giveaway of 100 MSI Empyrean Orbs in their Discord and still offer their great loot prices in the online store. Both the links to their Discord and their store are in the description below, and don't forget to use code RIVAL for a discount. First up, Season 2 World Champion Toyz has lost his appeal in court to lower his jail time following a drug scandal around a year ago. His current sentence remains at 4 years and 2 months. I'm going to have my other video on Toyz in the description below as well. Next comes a clip that I just found absolutely absurd from NotNaviLol on Twitter of a chain vest poppy just doing whatever the fuck she wants. The audio is muted unfortunately because of copyright, but just watch this clip. Yes, he did get Samira altered it 3 times in that clip. Just before we move on, if you guys have ever watched my content, been entertained, or learned something, consider subscribing. It only takes a second, and you can always change your mind later. Thank you in advance. Up next, and this story just happened like a week ago, I've been forgetting to put it in my last video, Chinese professional from IG, Lian, has been suspended following a stuffed bear incident. On your screen is said incident. I don't really know what he's doing, but it gives Dantes vibes. He was personally fined around 7,000 USD by Riot, with his team also copping a fine of almost 3,000 USD. Following this, IG deducted 2 months' salary from him as well. In response to this, Leon said, quote, "It's not what everyone thinks. The bear was too big. The music in the headphones was rocking at the time. I just thought the bear was cute, so I hugged it and shook it." All right, bro. And lastly today, the coach of Team Z10, an Ultra Liga team, subbed himself in instead of his mid laner. With his team going 0-5, the coach Hebi Hime made a desperate play and brought his Zillion to the Rift, only to take them to an 0-6. Afterwards, he called out his team's poor gameplay on Twitter, saying he wasn't embarrassed by what he had to do. What an absolute Chad. Anyway, that'll about do us for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!